episode 199. There's a lot of Stevie updates today. Queen news. I'm going to try not to read the whole thing in her whole voice, but there's a couple I'm going to do in her voice. Nice. Wow, termites. Fire.
199.
199. I know, it'll be $200. What a weekend. It was great. Let's just start with, what are we drinking before I get to work? Well, I went to Spartanburg, South Carolina, and then Wilmington, North Carolina. Drove the entire state of North Carolina, and it was lovely. Yeah. No bad construction. Great. Just driving, like you used to say, let's go out and take a drive. Who does that anymore, right? Because of traffic. Well, you can in North Carolina. This is a Chillsner with Lime. It's a Pilsner beer, and this was brought by, it's from South Carolina. It was brought by Krista and Bill to the Spartanburg show. And here's what I love about this beer. On the back, it says, it's got lime in it. It's a German Pilsner with waves of zesty lime, nice. Floral hops, biscuity malt crash over your palate. Wow. A biscuity malt crash over your palate. Beer. Pairs well with, nobody ever pairs beer. Coconut shrimp. Nice. No. I don't like coconut. No. Potato chips, sure. Uh-huh. Blackened fish tacos and Linzner cookies. But who bothers to put that on their can? Nobody. Cookie? I don't know. What's a Linzner cookie? Google it. Probably something from there. So cheers to you guys for bringing that to Spartanburg. I'm also drinking a Bloody Mary. Oh, they're like a Vienna cookie. A Vienna cookie? Like a little biscuit?
Yeah. They also have them at Williams-Sonoma.
They have them at Williams-Sonoma? They sell food there?
Yeah. They're short-ride cookies.
Oh, well, I haven't been at Williams-Sonoma in probably 30 years.
You don't cook.
I don't cook, and I don't need anything in there. No. Uber Eats does all that. I don't need to do that. No. This is Durty Gurl vodka brought to me by Termites, Lisa, Ned, Aaron, and Marshall from Augusta, Georgia, nice. Which I do work sometimes. Have to be patient on cities like that, though, because it's usually a 3-year turnaround. It's not a 2-year. No. The town's too small. Right. So, anyway, they brought this Durty Gurl vodka.
Delicious.
So I thought, oh, yeah.
Nice.
Why not have 2 drinks since I'm off today? I have pickleball, but I think I can squeeze a nap in.
I have pickleball.
I have to do real work tomorrow. I have to go on the Nashville show with Carol on TV, so I have to look TV ready. Good Day Nashville. And then on my friends Big D and Bubba's radio deal. I don't have to look nice for that, but I already look nice because I'll have been on the color television.
Nice.
Yeah.
The color TV.
She's fun. Her show's a lot of fun. Some of those local shows in certain towns, yeah, not so well, they're always just a little, they're uptight. But Carol's not uptight. No. It's mostly musicians and comedy and cooking, and it's fun. Yeah. I watch it, actually. And normally I would turn those things off.
Maybe you can cook.
Yeah, well, as soon as they were like, oh, the cooking segment, I'm like, oh, no. I will eat whatever that lady made, though. It looks really good. Okay, so the Carolinas, if you listen to this Pubcast, you know I love North Carolina barbecue sauce more than anything because it's mostly vinegar. Yep. South Carolina, they go with a lot of mustard vinegar, just as good. Yep. I'd probably, if I had to choose with a gun to my head, go North Carolina. Oh. But what I like to do is mix the South Carolina with the North Carolina. Oh, my God. Yes, and then you get what is called a Carolina crack sauce. What? Yeah, that's what they call this. It's Hampton Acres. And I hadn't tasted it, so I bought it. I went to Max's Speed Shop to get barbecue with Kelly.
You got that from a termite.
This came from a termite. Yeah. Oh, right. No, I bought my own Max's stuff.
Mustardy delicious.
It's from Seltzer, South Carolina.
Who gave it to you?
It doesn't say on here.
Oh.
Yeah.
I failed.
Thank you.
Yep.
Paddles? Act like my dad. Don't have a question you don't know. Ask a question you don't know the answer to.
I do not recall.
You do not recall because you did this. God, I love it. This is. I haven't had breakfast, and I don't even care. In honor of my research assistant Bob and Clark, we have another one from the Korean Crazy Store. Nice. Lay's potato chips. I'm a little afraid to eat this one. What is it? Spicy crayfish flavor. Oh. Here we go. Sorry about the noise. Sorry, I usually... Jesus Christ. Hold on. I was trying to do it fast. God damn it. I should have done this beforehand. No, I won't give up. No. No go. That was easy.
Adjust your headphones.
Yeah. Did I run you all off with that noise? Probably.
Wow.
Crayfish.
Gross.
Yeah, there's a little picture. Looks like a crawfish to me, but
It is a crawfish.
but it says crayfish.
That's how you spell it.
That's how you spell crawfish?
Over there.
Over there?
Let me Google it.
They don't even have the same letters. You don't know what you're talking about. You're just throwing lies out there already, and we just started. 5 minutes in, you've lied twice.
Spell crayfish. Yeah, that's the same.
Oh, no.
No.
No. Clark, let's stick with that spicy Italian meat.
Yeah, that's gross.
This tastes like if shrimp sat out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
It's
Yeah, well, I don't know. Maybe the Koreans like it.
a crayfish.
A crayfish.
Is a decapod crustacean.
A decapod crustacean?
Yep.
Now Google crawfish. There's such a thing as crawfish. You're just lying machine over there.
They always have crawfish.
Crawfish is with a W. Right. They're in the South. A crawfish broil.
Murder you.
Broil.
Boil.
This bag of potato chips.
It's the same thing.
It's the same thing? Oh.
They just spell it that way in Louisiana, it says.
In Louisiana, that's where I eat it.
Great.
Yeah. I haven't been to any outside of there.
People in Kansas and Oklahoma use the term crawdad.
Crawdads. Well, as a kid, I said we're going to catch crawdads. I didn't know those were the same things as crawfish.
They have those in Missouri.
Crawdads? Yes, every creek. Every creek. I would spend hours. I'd have buckets of them.
I've never seen them on a menu.
And no, I've never seen a crawdad on a menu. My parents never said you could eat them. I would just catch them. They're hard to catch. It became like a competition.
What'd you do with them?
I watched them in a bucket for a while and then threw them back. That's what happens when you don't have cable or iPhones. Hey, Kathleen, what'd you do all day? I caught some crawdads that were super hard to catch with my cousin Mike in the creek that I'm sure is being polluted by Monsanto, but we're supposed to all act like our hands aren't green when we're done.
We're good.
And then I watched them crawl around in the bucket till I thought they need to go back in the water.
Wow.
And then I set them free.
That's hilarious.
This bag of potato chips, this is brought from Claudia from Apollo Beach, Florida, and I don't even know where that is, and I know where a lot of things are in Florida, but wherever this is, Claudia brought the funniest bag of potato chips. It's called Keogh's, and it's from Ireland, and there's a family on the front of the potato chip bag. There's sour cream and shamrock, and then
Did you just say sour cream and shamrock?
I said, yeah, sour cream and shamrock.
Okay.
Real ingredients, real taste. Here's what I love. Why not call us on the farm phone for a chat about our chips? And then there's a phone number. I'm supposed to call them and tell them how I feel about their potato chips. How nice is that?
Wow.
It's outside of Dublin. Yeah, in Ireland. This bag, there's a QR code, and you can trace this bag to the potato field it came from.
Stop it.
Yep, and even meet the person who cooked them. Or you can just scan the code and visit the Spud page of our website.
Cool.
I just like that they want me to call their farm. Supposed to call the family farm.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. I like it.
Well, here we go. Oh, yeah, they're thick. Wow, that's like a whole goddamn potato. That's like the skin of a potato. Wow. I'm gonna just gonna call them and say, well done, and hang up.
Yep. Well done. Pair with a Bloody Mary.
Pairs well with anything. Yeah, really good.
Nice.
What a crazy, it's very funny. A small batch. They act like it's whiskey. Contains real shamrocks. Am I eating grass? And then there's these really cute guys on the front. Well, one looks like George Bush Sr. He's old. And then this one's cute.
He's so cute.
That one's cute. This one's cute. There's yeah. Well, they're all cute. Whatever.
Nice.
All right. Moving on. Let me get rid of some of this stuff.
Okay.
Upcoming shows. Well, here we have it. November 9th. That would be not this Saturday, next Saturday. The Ryman.
Boom.
I'm so excited. If you've ever heard of the Hatch Print Show, Hatch Show Print, or that,
Yeah.
or a crawfish, or crawdad,
Crayfish.
or crayfish.
Yeah.
It's a famous thing to get a poster. And you can go, if you come to Nashville, you can go to the print shop and watch them do it. And you can buy, they have all kinds of old posters out that are in alphabetical, or you can buy a poster of somebody you like that performed at the Ryman.
Cool.
But when you perform at the Ryman, they make you a poster. Well, if you're the performer person.
Right.
And it's kind of like a little bit of a surprise. Nice. And it's fun. Nice. Like, yeah, nobody, and then it's like a little historic piece thing. And all my friends are going to come. And there you have it. That's the 9th. So then we're moving on to where Boston, where Kelly McFarland's from. She's so funny. She's just funny. Even her new shit, I laugh my ass off.
She's with you this weekend.
I know she's coming to Boston to do those shows, but she was with me this weekend. Yep. El Cajon, Nashville is the Ryman is Aaron Weber is going to be opening. He's very funny too. Cool. November 22nd, 23rd, El Cajon on Riverside.
Fun.
Yeah, always fun. December 6th, Shippensburg, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. And then Ben Salem, which is Parks Casino. And then all the 2025 dates are on the website. And there's a million of them. New tour name is Day Drinking. And I'm proud because we're adding shows. So that's what's going on in 2025. If you want to see all those shows, we're adding shows. Very happy about that. We're going to add a show in Minnesota. Whoa, the casino. And then we're going to add a show somewhere else. I forgot. Fort Lauderdale. Mm-hmm. That's right. Mm-hmm. You added a second show. I'm going to add a Thursday night. You added a Long Island show. And added a second show in Huntington, New York. Way to go, Long Island Termites. That's the way to show up early and get those tickets. And then we know, can we sell another one? Boom, yes, we can.
Yep.
Just some shout outs about this weekend. Everybody in Spartanburg, you have to stop apologizing to me about the venue. First of all, you guys, you would not even believe some of the places I performed to get to this point 35 years later. So as long as there's not chicken wire surrounding the stage, I'm usually happy, because that happened at a one-nighter in Kansas where I'm like, wow, I'm actually an animal. I'm a caged animal.
That's funny.
It was fine. It's like this big, it's like a concrete, it kind of feels like a fallout shelter, but they're trying really hard and they made it as nice as possible. I was fine with it, but everybody was like, well, this is embarrassing, right? I'm like, no, stop saying that. It would also be super good for music because it's kind of big, and I had a wonderful time. The crowd was crazy great, and the staff was crazy great. Everybody was super friendly. I wish I could have stayed. I didn't have enough time in the city, to go see Spartanburg more. But Wilmington, thumbs up there too. Yeah. I want to go back. I didn't want to leave. There's river barges that have taco bars down there, and great beer. And the downtown is great. And it's North Carolina, but they still have Southern food like jambalaya and all that good stuff. And there's also the ocean. The beach is right there. So I was trying to tell my brother, this is where he always wants a Thanksgiving trip, and they go east from her side of the family. I'm like, take the kids to Wilmington. You can rent a beach house. You can have the beach or the river. Yep. You can rent houseboats on the river. The whole place was just, I'd never been there, I realized. And I've been everywhere. Yeah. It was wonderful.
Where'd you eat? And somebody's.
I ate at a place called Anne Bonny's. Me and Kelly went down there. It's on the river, and it's a floating barge. And I had a thing called a sea dog. Looked great. I took a video of it. It's pieces of fried cod, but it's like in the shape of a hot dog, like long, and then they put this Cajun sauce all over it. So it's like a fried fish sandwich, but it just, lightly fried. I always like to emphasize lightly fried to make myself feel better about that.
It's healthy.
Yeah, we could have split it though. Sandwich is huge.
Fun.
The whole place was fun. Downtown, everything. We're moving on. I have crackers everywhere. Totally worth it. This just is information. Okay. This came to the team email, I think. It's from Kevin. He's a trucker. And I always said, I wonder if those showers at Love's are nice. Because I stop at Love's all the time. Yep. If there's no Buc-ee's, I go to Love's. Love's showers are super clean, well-stocked, and I'd say the best of all truck stop chains. However, I've always found that most showers for truckers are well-maintained, most likely than the average trucker's own home.
There you go.
Love listening to you while I'm cruising. Flamingo dude, a.k.a. Kevin. All right, well, thanks for that. Now I know. My mystery's been solved. And now I know you guys are sitting at home going, can't wait to get to Love's and take a shower. I mean, this water pressure in this house is just not what I was hoping for. That's good for them. Now you know. Do you have to be a trucker to use it?
Well, I don't know that the average person.
It would be weird if I just went and asked for a shower, right?
You're sitting out in your GMC.
Sitting out in a rented Yukon. Hey, you mind if I take a shower? Just feeling a little grungy. Yeah, I stopped at an old courtyard, and I'm not sure how that went. Oh, my God. Oh, almost forgot, too. So drove to Raleigh to fly out because it was more flights than in Wilmington. 2-hour drive, no big deal. There's a brand new Westin by the airport. And then there was this shop. Kelly and I, we were kind of hungry, but I'm like, well, it's midnight, don't need to be eating at midnight. It was like, oh, like the angels sang. And I'm like, what is that? And it was right next to the gas station. We had to get gas anyway for the rail car. It was called the Galleria.
Wow.
It was crazy. It's like a Wawa times a million. Dare I say, better than a Buc-ee's.
Whoa.
I know. Well, and then in the back, I saw this little sign. It was like a little billboard thing that said, oh, want to enjoy the games? Come to our back bar. They had a whole sports bar back there. It was open at midnight. You build your own sandwiches on the computer. Boom. Your sandwiches are out. It was the most futuristic thing I've ever seen. Ever. I got to tell Lou, congratulations. He's a Raleigh-Durham guy when he's not in New York, and he'd never get out of there. There's so many choices. So that was all. It was all great.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Some Queen news.
Gotcha.
Chappell, Little Southern Missouri.
Oh, no.
Chappell Roan opened up a can of whoop ass on somebody, and I'm here for it. She confronted a photographer who yelled at her at a Grammy party tonight at Olivia Rodrigo's Guts tour movie premiere. So she's all dressed up, and she's on the purple carpet. It's a purple one for some reason.
Nice.
She looks adorable and funky, and she I spies somebody, and she just immediately became inflamed. This is what I like about the 20-somethings. So I would have been like, there's that asshole that was mean to me at the party. Son of a bitch, I hope you fall backwards. Like, I would be thinking things, but I would never say it. She just walked out. She goes, you, no, not you, you. You were mean to me at the Grammy party. Oh, she just went off, and you can't really hear what the person or the accused is responding with, but I could tell and then some lady comes and like grabs her arm and is like, all right, let's get out of here. Like, you said your piece, but good for the children.
That's funny.
They just walk right up. I remember exactly what you did. No. Oh my God, Stevie. Yeah. Stevie did an interview with Rolling Stone. And because I do the work of the Lord, I'm not going to read you the entire thing. I just pulled out some quotes that I thought made me kind of laugh. Okay. And the reporter was kind of, that's a young person, I suppose. Angie, somebody. It's a good story. She wrote a good story. Let me see. She talked about being on Saturday Night Live and all that.
Did she like it?
Did Stevie like it? Yeah. She said she was very nervous. And then she goes, because she was on CBS Sunday Morning too. Hi, I'm Jane Pauley. Jane, just because everybody watching this is old doesn't mean you have to talk so slowly. Nope. Can we get some Adderall going? Let's chit chat. Come on, Jane. But then if you just sink into it, it's like you're being told a story from an old aunt who's your friend. Like, I like Jane Pauley. It's just the show itself. But anyway, she was on that too. And this girl, the reporter, said, where should I sit in the interview? And Stevie said, you're good right there as long as you don't think you have COVID. And the girl said, no, I don't. And Stevie said, well, thank goodness. Thank goodness. We're done touring for a while so I can go home and not have this mask on all the time. As a singer with asthma, I fucking hate the mask, but I wear them. People give you dirty looks. I dare anybody to give me a dirty look. I would just say, hey, you know what? I'm Stevie Nicks, and if I get sick, the entire thing goes down. 40 families are out of work, so that's why I have a mask on, asshole. Whoa! She clearly has gotten a lot of dirty looks.
She can stop with I'm Stevie Nicks.
Well, she could stop with album with Stevie Nicks, but I like that she's just like, asshole. It's just so. She thinks she's going to live to be about 95.
Okay.
Well, but she doesn't want to. She said, I'll probably live to be hatefully 95 years old. I have no want to be that old, honestly. I mean, I'll have an electric scooter and I'll be raging and I will keep dancing, but I'm not looking forward to it, really. I think it's too old. My mom died at 84 and my dad died at 80, but I'm a younger person at 76 and they were at 76. So I figure 88, 89. That's when she'd like to die.
Okay.
Well, that only gives you 12, 13 more years.
Yeah.
I guess these old people are, I mean, I've done the retirement numbers. I haven't done the death numbers on myself yet, but I've done the. Well, when your parents start getting crazy sick and all this shit and all my friends, you start thinking about that like shit.
Yep.
And then, okay. Okay, she's not on the internet.
What? She's not on the internet?
No, Stevie's not on the internet. But this is when you know you're super rich.
She doesn't even go on the internet.
Well, her stuff's on there, but she didn't put it up there.
Right.
Or there's some kid running her website. Yeah. Here, Stevie, here's this URL. Could you please post this? And now I'm going to need a vertical version for TikTok. And then I'm going to need a horizontal one for the facial book. Please follow me on TikTok, by the way. Official Kathleen Madigan. Yeah. My Mormon joke got 1 million cranks. I can't believe it.
We got to do it again.
I just put up my hunting joke. Next week, I'm going to put up my voting jokes.
Nice.
They're old. I found all the old stuff. And then the children helped me. So now they're ready.
Ask the termites if they like to see the jokes.
Termites, do you like to see the jokes or do you like to just see videos of me being a normal, regular jackass? Like those are usually my videos of me just doing something stupid or seeing something stupid.
Or a mix.
Sometimes it's of drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, Stevie does not participate herself in the internet. But that also is when you're so rich. How can you not? Mm-hmm. What she has is a live internet. It's called her assistant.
Right.
Whoever this person is the one with all the information, which is fine. If she doesn't want to, it's probably healthy. Probably. I mean, the times like I go to Ireland, my phone doesn't work, but I don't care. Right. I just have to because you can't have a full staff of people. I wouldn't want it anyway. But anyway, she said, this is about her song. She goes, I'm not looking for this to be a hit record. I don't care. I mean, all the people that are my age, we gave up on hit records long time ago. With everything streaming, it's like 300,000 plays. And I'm like, what is that? She doesn't know streaming. I don't know how to maneuver myself around that. I'm not interested in it in any way because I'm the only person that isn't always on a phone. And then the girl said, is there internet on your phone? No. It's just a camera.
Oh, she's a flip phone. That's nice.
No, she has an iPhone.
Stop it.
But they didn't connect it.
She disabled Safari.
They just didn't. Oh, right. It comes on an iPhone. Mm-hmm. Well, you have to sign up.
It comes on a Galaxy.
It comes on my Galaxy. Mm-hmm. Did it?
Yeah.
Did I sign up?
I don't know.
Probably. You got to enter your passwords and stuff.
Not for the internet, you don't.
Not for the internet, you don't? Oh, good to know. Maybe I'll go get a new phone. I'm afraid to trade that phone in because it has pictures and videos of my dad. I'm afraid it won't transfer right.
We'll figure that out.
I'm going to keep it for this phone forever. But it's already getting old and beat to shit. So they were talking about Chappell Roan and the kids with the social media and being abused online. Mm-hmm. And the girl said, I'm sure you're glad Fleetwood Mac didn't have to endure social media. She goes, it would have been terrible. We never had terrible paparazzi. Our fans always honored us and treated us with care. Nobody chased us down. It was all fun. It was never terrorizing. It was never stalking. It was never weird. I couldn't live like that. And then she's very proud of Chappell Roan. She said they'll burn her out if that's what they want to do because there's always somebody to replace you. It must make them all fearful. That's why it's good that Chappell just said, well, go ahead, replace me. I'm canceling because I'm not going to drop dead for all you people.
I'm tired. My mental health is being tired.
Oh, my God.
I love it.
There's ways around tired, guys. Get up, make a Bloody Mary. Have a whole new perspective on the day. You don't just go, that's it. I'm going back to bed and I won't be bothered. Please send baby cat in at your own leisure. She loves Taylor Swift. There's a couple other quotes that we'll move on. It's a really good interview, though.
She loves the Kelseys, too.
Yeah, she bought Travis Kelce a cashmere blanket because a long time ago, Don Henley introduced her to cashmere blankets. It's the first time she learned how to spend real money. And now she buys everybody one.
And he gave her a box of cereal.
This is an epic statement. So they had a celebration of life for Christine McVie at Nobu, which is this sushi restaurant in Malibu. I've never even been in it. It's very fancy, hard to get a table. This is about her and Lindsay. So the girl says, woman, I shouldn't say girl. Did you see Lindsay at the celebration of life? She said, well, Christine threw down a hurricane on top of Nobu, which is where we had it. It almost blew the whole place away. Honest to God, it tore the entire deck down. It was all decorated. It was kind of crazy. We all felt like she was there. The only time I've spoken to Lindsay was there for about 3 minutes. I dealt with Lindsay for as long as I could. You could not say I did not give him more than 300 million chances. And then you say, do you regret it, how it happened? She goes, no, it should have happened that way. It happened one night, not planned, at a Music Cares benefit. I didn't even tell anybody. I just thought, that's it. I'm done. He wasn't nice to anybody. He wasn't nice to me or Harry Styles. And I could hear my mom say, I'm sure he didn't even fucking know. Who's Harry Styles? He looks 12. I think he's 25. Yeah. Are you our assistant?
Give me some water.
So she's talking about the problems between her and Lindsay, and the reporter lady says, for what it's worth, I think you're a much larger icon than Lindsay. And Stevie goes, this is just a mic drop. Well, that was one of the problems, wasn't it? Suck it. Yeah, that's the problem. Lindsay thinks he's a genius. And he probably is. I mean, I can play the guitar, but I've never seen anybody play the guitar like Lindsey Buckingham. Truly. I know there's other people, Allman Brother people. Ron White will have this fight with me till the day is done, but I would put Lindsay in the top 5.
You also shouldn't have to tell people that you're an icon.
Well, right. Stevie doesn't. But then Lindsay actually works theater as I work, like 1,500, 17, maybe 2,500. Stevie's selling out the Bridgestone. Right. Clearly, the general public has voted for Stevie,
right.
And he doesn't like it. Nope. And he's a whiny little creature. And I think I don't think he thinks Stevie's that talented. That she's more like a Kvetchy thing. That like she's got a hook. Well, she does.
She'll die out.
She's a pretty witch, and we all like her songs. She's a pretty witch. She's a good witch, right, Stevie? That's right. Yeah, he could not accept second place. Christine was fine with it. John McVie was fine with it. Mick Fleetwood was fine with it. Lindsay, nay. Nice. Here's the one thing. Is there anything proud of your career that people may not expect? Well, it's a silly thing to say, but I do my own nails.
What?
Why would I use anyone else when I'm the best manicurist in the world? Okay. Point taken.
Thank you. The prettiest witch. I like it.
Yeah. So that's Queen news. Cool. That's Stevie. I think is going to go quiet now because she's off tour. She's tired. Go home. She's going to call some people back she hasn't called in 2 years. I mean, you know what? Look, there are times when I tell people, "Hey, man, traveling a lot this weekend. Can I call you Monday?"
Right.
I never say, "Well, I'm booked every weekend for the next 2 years," which I have been. Right. Can I call you in 2 years? 2 years?
2 years.
Jesus. No, Kathleen, don't bother. That's what they should say. That's what I would tell myself. We're good. Mm-hmm.
I'll call you in the spring.
You know what? Send a pigeon with a note. It'll get here faster. It's funny, though. I think when she's on the road, that's just it. Oh, then they said to her, how was Saturday Night Live? She goes, well, the rehearsal's on Thursday. This is before it happened. Mm-hmm. And I mean, they say we're supposed to be there at 11:30 in the morning. I don't even go to bed till 8 or 9 in the morning. So I don't know. I'm going to have to train myself to go to bed at midnight.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Or send one of those children assistant down to Walgreens and get a thing called Tylenol Sleepy Time. I would recommend for a woman your height and weight, which is probably the same, but 5 foot tall, bite it in half, guaranteed 4 hours. Perfect. Boom. And you're fine. And it's not prescription.
Nope.
It's just sitting there. Or, like a lot of the old people that I know, get into some gummies. Right. I don't know how to regulate myself. I'm terrified. And then I think, what if I fuck up tonight's sleep? I know Tylenol PM, the sleepy time one. PMs are hardcore. I can't do that.
No. Scrub your liver.
This is an update.
Wait, hang on. Tay-Tay, jelly roll.
Oh, well, Jelly Roll's an update.
Okay.
Because I only have one update. I feel like I'm sliding. Well, before I get that. Tay-Tay.
New Orleans, hello.
Tay-Tay in New Orleans. And the woman who helps me with my cats, Aubrey. And she's young. And her and her friends went down there. I just can't even imagine how much fun. And then today they come home and I'm like, oh God, it's probably such a sad day at the New Orleans airport. And they're probably so tired. And they've spent all their money. There's just no money left. No, I know. Because sometimes I feel like, because Aubrey's young, she's going to go with these people friends and she may not know how much. So Baby Cat Venmos her some drink money on the side.
Nice.
Yeah, Baby Cat says, go to this bar. And then they go. It's so fun because old people, you tell them what to do something in a city. Everybody asks me, oh, I'm going here. What should I do? And I tell them, oh, well, and I take time. Here's what I would do. I've been there 100 times. Here's the fun stuff. Then they don't do anything.
Right.
Young people,
Here's the roadmap.
here's $300. Go drinking. Here's where I think you definitely should go. And then they send a picture. We made it.
Holla.
Anyway, she went to the New Orleans one. So that was very exciting. I didn't see any like celebrity pictures. That would have been my choice to go to New Orleans.
Yeah.
Because, well, it's my favorite city, period, end of story. And then you get the witches on top of it. And then Bourbon Street actually remains safe after like midnight because it's just the Tay-Tay people.
And it's Halloween weekend.
Ah! I saw it in Wilmington. I'm like, why is that lady dressed like an angel? I'm like, oh, right, Halloween's, but it's not till Thursday. No Dolly news. Who's that?
Stevie.
That's Stevie. Okay. Tommy, he's got to calm down. I listened to him again. And can we, since we're on football and I bullshit in my way, I'll get to the real stuff. The Cowboys lost and the Jets lost. Nothing makes me happier than Monday morning waiting for Stephen A. Smith in a cowboy hat to go, howdy, and a picture of Jerry Jones just bewildered in his box. How the fuck did this happen? You, Jerry, you. Aaron Rodgers, what? Nobody in the whole family and friends pick'em pool took New England. No, not one person, including me. I did not. I was like, ugh, I don't like Aaron Rodgers, but I think the Jets are going to win. How can they? The Patriots are 1-6. Watching, and then I thought, oh Christ, do they have to fly home with Jerry? He probably has his own jet. He probably doesn't fly on the team plane.
Oh, he's got his own.
Yeah, but he's also so overly involved. He might be on the team plane and then sit next to everybody and tell them what they fucking did wrong. I feel terrible for Devontae Adams for buying into that shit. Aaron Rodgers fucked you over once. Do not fall for it again. And he did. Yeah. He went straight up. Horrible. And then he's mean to reporters. Aaron is.
Horrible.
I saw it this morning. I'm like, you know what? In my fantasy team, well, I was cheated on by the San Francisco 49ers, and I don't like it. And it was a big thing all over. And then I'll shut up because this is too inside football for people who don't know football. But I'm super proud. Shout out to my cousin Connie, Mike's wife, who beat me and a year ago had no idea how to play. I've created another addict in my TED Talk of how to become an addict. I've gotten Connie addicted to fantasy football because Mike's like, Con's really into this now. I kind of like it. She'll watch all the games. I'm like, right, that's why fantasy football fun. You can watch all the games. So the 49ers, and they're known for this. I have a running back. His last name's Mason. He's great. Well,
He took over for McCaffrey.
he was a little questionable, but they said he's playing. Well, he played 2 plays. That's the minimum amount you can play to be active. And then they said he's hurt. I mean, the social media stuff, people in Vegas going, they think he was hurt beforehand, but Shanahan just doesn't.
Give a shit?
No, he doesn't care.
Nope.
Like, I could have replaced him. Yes. And I maybe could have beaten Connie. I was still pretty far behind. If it was close, I'd have been super duper pissed. But people in Vegas are betting, parlays that have thousands of dollars involved, and you were lying like he was hurt and you knew he wasn't going to fucking play. That is terrible. I'm cussing too much. I'm sorry. I get too angry about cheating in fantasy football. When it comes to gambling. And before I get to...
You should just quickly explain
a parlay bet? These are my TED Talks. I'm going to teach everybody how to become a little bit addicted to things that I don't think are that dangerous.
Perfect.
Right. Tiny cigars, like people, things like that. Tiny cigars, tiny gambling, tiny everything. Just in moderation.
Tiny Bloody Mary.
Tiny Bloody Marys. This is a shoddy. So good. It's got Charleston mix in it. Oh my gosh, so spicy. And then I actually sat at a bar and licked the salt off the side.
Nice.
It was so good. It was at that Anne Bonny's place in Wilmington.
Nice.
They put that red salt on the outside, whatever that tahine. I don't know what it is.
No, it was Old Bay.
Oh, it was Old Bay. That's right. And then he dumped a bottle of it into the. I'm sure it's like all sodium. But anyway, before I go, the parlay. So a parlay is when you have more than one bet within a bet.
Okay.
So if you say, okay, and you're usually going to make more money on parlays because it's more complicated. So you could say, like, everybody knew the Lions were going to beat the Titans. Tighten up, bitches. I can't wait to get the call from the guy today trying to sell me season tickets. Matt. Hey, Miss Kathleen. Hey, Matt, did the Titans go get a quarterback that's capable? Well, we have the Matt, stop. We're going to do this. I feel sorry for it. It's the worst job in the world to have to try to sell season tickets to a game, team that can't win a game. Yeah, anyway, so let's say you knew the Lions are going to beat this. So if you bet straight up on that, everybody knows that. So you're not going to win that much money. You'll bet $100 to only win 40. That risk doesn't seem worth it. Because of the odds. So if you include another bet, and like on DraftKings or FanDuel, you can almost choose anything you want. You will say, I think Detroit's going to win, and I think for the Ravens, Derrick Henry will score a touchdown, and then for San Francisco, Brock Purdy will throw a touchdown.
And then the Dodgers will win.
And you can mix anything up. So that's called when you mix up a bunch of bets. That's a parlay. So you can have a 2-way parlay, 3-way parlay, sometimes 12-way parlays. I've heard stories about people winning 13-way parlays. So your $50 bet would end up paying like $250 versus if you just bet on a guaranteed thing like the Lions are going to smoke the Titans, and they did by like 100,000 to, I don't know, it was literally like a college score. It was 52 to some shit. And then they raise the score at the end because the Lions don't care. The Lions are basically in the locker room at this point going, okay, bye-bye. You guys were fun. I got 2 friends on that team. I just want to say hi. Okay, we're leaving now. Anyway, there's your little parlay bets. And you can, if you're in a state that allows gambling on your phone, sometimes you'll get, on DraftKings, they present you with parlay ideas. I'm like, oh, I never thought about this. Yes, I'll do that for $25. Yes. There's a comedian friend of mine, all he does is $5 parlays, and they're crazy. They include like golf, and then he'll send me his thing, and it's so complicated. I'm like, Chris, I wish you well. Please let me know. If this is a winning ticket, please send it, and then I'll look at it more closely, but I can't. It's too much to follow. All right. So before I go on to updates and news, I did watch, and I think this is worth it, HBO. It's called I'm Not a Monster. Okay. And it's a true crime deal about this lady in Minnesota, and I'm not giving away any secrets here. She murdered her husband, and then she murders another person. Okay. In a different state. And here's the thing. She's blaming it on mental illness. Okay, fine enough. Yep. But her behavior afterwards says to me not mentally ill. Worth the watch, though, because she's in it. It's really her in it to win it. Lois Reese or Rice. I don't remember how they pronounced it. I also watched The Woman of the Hour. That was about the serial killer that was on The Dating Game. I already knew the story, so I didn't think the show was that good. But I was super happy my friend Pete Holmes played the boyfriend. Cool. He was not the serial killer. I was very happy to see him pop up on the screen. I'm like, yay, Pete Holmes. He should get more stuff than he gets. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of flat. Yeah. Not Pete. He was great. And the girl who plays the girl who gets away from him. Anna something. Yeah, she's a great little actor. And the serial killer guy was good. It's just the story. Maybe because I already knew it. Yeah. If you're a younger termite, watch it. Yermite, or one of the children, a termite. If you're one of the children termites, the termites, you should go watch because it's crazy what happened in the 70s. And it's also crazy that no one took women at all. I mean, they barely take us seriously now when it comes to stalking and bullshit. Right. Well, ma'am, he has permission to stand on the street across your house and stare at you all day because it's public property. Like, oh, no, he tried to kill me twice. That guy right there. Well, when he does kill you, let us know and we'll really crack down on him. I mean, but the 70s, I mean, multiple women went to the cops and were like, hey, and they're like, you know what, sweetheart, have a seat. It was just all so condescending, and they didn't take us seriously. And then, you know, he ended up killing, they estimate like 130 women total. He got nailed for 7. Oh, wow. But yeah, and he just died. I looked it up. He died in prison like 2021, I think, somewhere. Wow. Yeah, and he lived a long time. So put it in the schnotes. HBO, I'm Not a Monster. And then I'm going to talk about a podcast next week. I'm not going to do it this week because I've already goofed off too much. I'm not really getting to the... So Jelly Roll is back on Twitter. He was off for a day.
I wonder how he feels.
I don't know. I think his little team of people said, Jelly Belly, look, we understand it's toxic. Yeah. But this is the reason he got so much shit. Because he was backstage at the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame deal. He caught a little bit of shit for his performing of Mama, I'm Coming Home. But I didn't realize this. People were giving him shit because he's in a picture with a ton of people. I mean, Wolfgang Van Halen, all these other people there. And I get it. When you're backstage, just at the Ryman deal I did, there was a great little photographer, Jared. But they're running around taking pictures the whole time. I don't know who I'm standing by. Right. Half the time I'm in a picture with people I don't know. Right. Well, he was in a picture with Jack Black. I didn't know Jack Black is a problem. I don't know this. Oh, well, he's part of the baby eater, the evil people, the conspiracy shit on TikTok, yes. I don't know, maybe he has. The baby eaters. Yeah, they say Hillary Clinton and all these people eat babies. They support child trafficking. What? Yeah. Jack Black. Well, that's what these people say. Okay. He's a part of the Red Shoe Club. That's according to some satanic panic level conspiracy theorists. Global elites wear red shoes to signify they're part of the club that hunts children for sport. I mean, I cannot even go on. Come on. I can't do it. But that's what ran him off, part of it. And I get it. It's crazy. It is fucking crazy. And why would you spend 1 minute of your day doing this? The Red Shoe Club? We got to get into that sometime. Well, I didn't like it when Pope Benedict wore red Pradas. I mean, the movie The Devil Wears Prada had just come out. Jesus, at least care about the perception of what you're doing. And you have red Pradas on? I know you're in Italy and, whoa, the Prada guy's right down the alley. Right. But, I mean, just because the Prada people say, we'll make you some shoes, fucking great. How about not red? Right. Because The Devil Wears Prada. How about, I don't know. Nobody would have noticed the Pope shoes if they weren't red. No. Just make me a nice little brown driving shoe. That's what Pope should say. Even I drive the Pope mobile on Fridays. Come on, man. So Jelly Roll is back, which makes me happy. You can't let these people run you off. I'm staying till it's over, even though it's Elon's thing. I'm staying because I have friends on here now. What about Conchi Gonzalez? Yeah. I mean, I have people that I've met through Twitter that have been wonderful people. Normal fans or just people, whatever. Nice. Okay, so this is Jelly Roll had a show in Little Rock. It was an act of kindness has gone a long way at Gus's world-famous fried chicken in Little Rock. The business was packed on Tuesday after singer Jelly Roll announced on his social media that he'd be covering everybody's meal that day. Where? At Gus's Fried Chicken in Little Rock. Fantastic. Yep. The general manager said every table was filled. The line was down the hall, out the door, and to the stop sign down there. He said the crowd caught him by surprise. I saw the post, and then literally it was like 30 minutes. It didn't take... I would have warned him. That's the thing, Jelly Belly. Yeah. You got to call him and go, look, I'm giving free food out all day. You better have the food. I mean, shit, this guy wasn't ready for that. They served 400 people. The bill was $19,000. He left a tip of $7,500. Wow. Yay. It's nice. Because he used to eat there when he worked some other venue there, and he loved it, and it was his favorite. That's awesome. Yeah, isn't that nice? Nice. Everybody said thank you, and there you go. So there's an update. Jelly Belly's back on the Twitter. I'm not calling it X. No. Nobody is. Nobody's calling it X. No. I did not have any holy shit they found it's this week. Okay. But I'll get on it for next week for sure. Okay. I have a couple in text. Well, Heather, my research assistant, has sent me a bunch, but I got to go back to my text and find them.
Okay.
Here's a little something to give everybody hope. Lois White, a 95-year-old in Kansas, is dominating at pickleball.
What?
That's right. She can hold her own against all ages. When her husband died more than 30 years ago, she started playing pickleball to stay busy. She now plays every Tuesday and Thursday, and she credits her with the one activity that has kept her sharp all these years, and Lois looks phenomenal.
Wow.
Yeah, like a normal Midwest grandma, but, normal. All right, a little more. This is more economic news than football news, but it is football. So sorry if I've been talking too much about football. The Browns, Cleveland, honk, honk, Cleveland. The Browns announced plans to move from their lakefront stadium. They've been there since 1999. They're going to a dome in the suburbs.
Wow.
I know, but I have such mixed feelings about this.
Cleveland's already kind of hurting.
Downtown Cleveland is hurting. There's that one super cool area, and then I always like my bar in the flats, the Harbor Inn. But there's not much down by the stadium that I could find. But when you take the game out of downtown, this is any city, that means it's 6 Sundays a year, usually. All of that business will be gone.
Right.
The fans, they forget the ESPN teams fly in, that it's CBS teams fly in. They stay at the Ritz, they stay at the Westin, then they go to the steakhouses. And then it's just a ripple effect that, see, I would vote, no, let's fix the downtown area down by there.
Okay.
Like the St. Louis Cardinals did not move out of downtown. Instead, they created this thing called Ballpark Village.
Which is awesome.
It's awesome. It is all baseball all the time. It's fun. There's bars. It creates like this whole atmosphere. I hate to see teams leave downtowns because I hate to see our downtowns dying.
Right.
Cleveland is already, and St. Louis is the same. I'm not throwing any shade. They're struggling big time. But that's the team announced it. They're going. And then, I don't know. I think Cleveland could do a lot with their waterfront too. That's what I would do if I was in Cleveland. It's right there on the water and everybody forgets that.
Very cool.
Why don't we get a bunch of awesome...
Around the Hall of Fame.
The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame is down there. Right.
There's a
So the lease expires in 2028.
Wow.
And then they're going to move to Brook Park. I had to Google it. It's about 16 minutes from central downtown Cleveland. I'm sure my Cleveland termites know exactly what I'm talking about.
Wow.
I'm a little rough around the edges, so I already apologize if I've said something wrong. But they're going to build a $2.4 billion facility and entertainment complex 12 miles. Oh, it's south of downtown. 12 miles? I Googled it, it said 15. Maybe it's because I went from my bar.
Oh.
I Googled it from my bar.
As you should.
I don't know.
There's already an infrastructure.
I just think it's sad.
in downtown Cleveland.
Right. And downtown Cleveland still has a chance. Downtown St. Louis still has a chance, but we can't have big things leaving like this. That's why I was glad the Bears said we're staying downtown.
Right.
Because they could very easily move out
To Schaumburg.
to Schaumburg or somewhere where there's a Funny Bone Comedy Club in your neighborhood.
Right.
They could easily move out and be fine. But Cleveland, and then I think this is how the rich get richer, because all those NFL owners knew that. So you go find out where Brook Park is and start buying all the shit around where it's going to be.
Right. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
That's not even a conspiracy. That's a fact.
You know who's doing that? The 49ers.
The 49ers did it. Yeah, they moved to San Jose. They're not even close. That's why it's such bullshit on football games when they're like, oh, it's always Al Michaels. We're here in San Francisco. And they show the Golden Gate Bridge. You're so fucking far away from this Golden Gate Bridge or Fisherman's Wharf.
Airport away.
Right, they show New York. And they're like, oh, here's Times Square. Oh, my God, it's going to take you 2 hours to get back to Times Square. Why don't you show what's really around where we're at? Do that. It'd be more interesting. Yeah. There's a few loading docks. Isn't that cool? Here's a little something that's coming up for all you cheaters. Who boards their plane before they're supposed to, huh? Ha, ha, ha. Termites?
I don't know.
American Airlines has a new boarding technology that audibly shames line cutters.
What?
I love that.
That's funny.
The only person that people that don't have this problem is Southwest because they do group boarding. But they're going to be switching over to this.
Are we in updates or news?
We're in news.
Or news. Okay. Great.
They have a new thing. Get a load of this. I can't wait for this to start. Occasionally I fly American, not often, but I do. I'm fancy on them too. I forget what it's called. What is it called? Platinum. I'm a platinum
How's
person.
the cracker? Are you doing well on that cracker?
I just have to have it. I haven't had anything to eat yet. The technology, which is being tested at the Albuquerque International Sunport Airport in New Mexico, Tucson International, and Ronald Reagan. So it's being tested at 3 air. So if you go to board, they'll say Group 1. And I always see people that I know are full of shit. I don't even care anymore. I'm too tired to fight about any of this shit. I'm like, whatever. But it's kind of shitty.
It's shitty.
Yeah, they're nervous. They're usually the nervous people, and they're nervous their bag ain't gonna get a spot, and it may not. Their nervousness is not unwarranted, but you didn't. Whatever.
That's why you need to check a bag.
Here's what happens. Say they call Group 1, and you're really Group 4, and you scan your phone. An audible sound blares if a passenger tries to scan a ticket ahead of their assigned group. Now, what the fun part is to decide what the sound should be. Or wonk wonk. I mean, there's so many choices that are so fun.
Oh my God. That's fun.
And then what happens is an American Airlines said that a gate agent politely lets the customer know they're unable to accept the pass and asks the customer to rejoin the line when their boarding group is called. In some instances where a customer may be able to board out of order, like when traveling with a companion or of a higher status, the agent has a quick way to override the alert and accept the pass. It's in a trial phase. They say they've been pleased with the results so far. Here's the thing, American. All you got to do is threaten people you have that.
Right.
Just say on the thing, if you board and it's not your group,
An alarm will sound.
there's going to be an alarm and you're going to be arrested. People wouldn't do it. You don't have to actually do your threats.
It's fun to watch.
It's like terrorism. Just say you're going to do it and just don't, because you're going to fuck people up anyway.
That's funny.
This is a little sad, but I have feel good news at the end, so don't lose hope, termites. But everybody should know this. So the biggest grizzly bear in Banff is the boss.
Yep.
We've talked about the boss many times on this podcast. As far as we know, the boss is doing fine this year.
Yep.
We wait every year to see if the boss, well,
Snowing in Banff.
yeah, a grizzly bear that delighted the Grand Teton National Park for visitors for decades has been killed by a vehicle.
Oh.
I know. And every year they'd wait to see how many cubs she had. The boss is a boy, but this is a girl. Famous grizzly bear, beloved for decades by countless tourists, biologists, and professional wildlife photographers, is dead after being struck by a vehicle in western Wyoming. Grizzly bear number 399 died Tuesday in Park. She was 28. She's the oldest known reproducing female grizzly in the Yellowstone ecosystem. Each spring, we waited to see her when she'd emerged from her den to see how many cubs she had birthed over the winter.
Oh.
Yeah. And one of the cubs is missing.
Oh.
They didn't find a dead cub, though, so they have hope.
Maybe it's rising.
There's probably some influencer that found it and is doing a photo shoot with it right now. Don't give up hope. One of the children are probably like, oh my God, it's so cute. Oh my God.
There you go.
I'm going to go so viral. Oh my God. Give me that bear.
I named it Cubby.
I'm taking it home. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It can eat the dog food. It's fine.
Oh my God. That's food.
There was a cub with her when she got hit. They don't believe it's hurt, but they don't know where it's at. The driver was unharmed. Wouldn't that be awful if you hit it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It'll really screw up your car, too.
Now, who's going to be, well, yeah, it will screw up your car. Who's going to be the next biggest one? That's what we need to know.
Number 2.
Right. There's got to be, who's number 400 or 398?
Right.
There's two good things here. Well, it's a sad thing, but it's time. This is time. America's oldest person dies at age 115 after living through 20 presidents as tributes pour in for an extraordinary woman. Elizabeth Francis was living with her 95-year-old daughter and 69-year-old granddaughter when she died on Tuesday. She looks fabulous. She got a happy birthday tiara on. She was born in 1909. She lived through 20 presidents, including Howard Taft.
Wow.
What else was Howard Taft known for being?
Taffy.
Super taffy, fattest president ever.
What?
Yeah, he was.
Wow.
Don't ask me how I know these strange things.
Very, very
Google it for the children.
Putting it in the notes.
If you put in fatty president, fattest president, fatty Fatstein, it's Ted.
You're right, it is.
I know. She was the third oldest person in the world at the time of her death.
Wow.
She lived in Houston. She was an icon, cherished member of the community. She lived through 2 world wars, 2 plagues, and witnessed the rapid rise of technology. Her secret to long life was faith in God and fresh food from her garden. She never smoked or drank, didn't need glasses. That is so weird to me. Like, my dad never needed. My dad had glasses when he was like in his 30s to drive. He would put on glasses if we were driving somewhere. And then, I don't know, when I was like 40, I needed reading. I have all kinds of glasses. I'm nearsighted, I'm farsighted.
I've seen them all.
I'm just blind. They're usually 2 pairs on my face or my head. I have contacts. I have everything you could possibly have. I don't know. When I was like 40, I go, "Where are your reading glasses?" He's like, "I don't need them." I'm like, "What? I thought everybody did. Yeah. I just thought No, he never needed them his entire life.
Wow.
So neither did this lady. She moved to Houston when she was 11. She was raised by her aunt. She was an active member of her church.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and she doesn't have hardly any wrinkles. But that's why no drinking, no smoking. Right. You're going to still look good. Note to the children, don't do what Aunt Cat did. Now, at the same time, there's a woman who's celebrating her 150th birthday, 105th birthday, and this is my spirit animal. Her secret to long life is pints of Guinness and never getting married.
Boom!
Childless cat lady, drinking some Guinness right here.
Nice.
I'm not really. Her name's Kathleen.
What?
With a K. See?
Wow.
My spirit animal.
There you go.
She wanted to stay single. Cheltenham. She must be British. 105th birthday. She celebrated with a cold pint of Guinness.
That's awesome.
Kathleen Hennings. It's kind of an Irish name. Credited her long life to the Irish lager as she marked a milestone with loved one and her favorite drink at Care UK. Yeah, it's in the UK. She's in a care home, but she's very happy. Drink Guinness and don't marry. She grew up in a borough of Brixton, where she was an accountant. She liked going to the opera house and ballets. Okay, we're not 100% spirit animals. Oh, she looks fine. Jesus, for 105, I'll take it. And you know what? We could do something with her hair. Somebody could do a little effort there. She'd look even better. She looks great.
That's funny.
Yeah, she's got a full pint. Note to Lewis Black.
Tiny pints.
Tiny pints.
Yeah, what's he doing?
We go all the way to Ireland, and he goes, "Can I have a half pint?" God damn, Lewis.
Boom.
This is the best. Yeah. She lived out in the countryside. She has a dachshund. I love dachshunds. Great. Named Rusty. That's it. We drank Guinness at home all the time. We liked it. I still do. I was introduced to Guinness in my late teens by my parents, who drank it regularly at home. My older brother Charlie also drank Guinness at home, so it became the drink at family meal times. Good job.
Great.
You don't even need food if you have Guinness. Jesus. Yeah. So there you go. There's some hope for you drinkers. See, this podcast has everything. This sounds disgusting to me, but I'm going to tell you, pickle lovers, if you want to do it, it's a limited time only.
Okay.
Jimmy John's unveils a new sandwich where instead of bread on each side, you have a pickle. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. It's giant pickles instead of bread.
Fantastic.
Ooh.
When's it
It's called the Pickle Witch.
Oh, that's
It's a limited time. It has all the fresh flavors. I'm not going to read all their PR bullshit, but it's a jumbo kosher dill pickle, gutted, filled with salami, provolone cheese, lettuce, tomato, onions. Oh, God. That's the Vito Pickle Witch. And then they have the Turkey Pickle Witch, which is filled with turkey, provolone cheese, lettuce, onion.
Yes.
I don't know.
Oh, love
If you're a freaky fast reward member, you'll get 50% off your Pickle Witch. It's available November 3rd in honor of National Sandwich Day. Yeah, that's Sunday, because I think the election is the 5th, which is Tuesday.
It's coming. Here we go.
I know. I like going on the day of voting, so I'm going to go on the day of voting, and then I'm going to do something that has nothing to do with the television till 8 o'clock at night. Golf. Golf or fishing. I don't know. I might just take the boat out and never come back.
Okay.
What happened to Kathleen? I don't know. Saw her leave it in her bass boat on election day. She never came back. Maybe she kept going to Canada. Hi, I swear to God, I'm not trying to get any illegal turtles. I just got to get out of this country. Can't take it anymore. Can't take it. Somebody put on Twitter, if you need an emotional support Canadian to deal with the politics in the United States, please hold. Our lines are increasingly busy, but you will be connected to a Canadian.
I'll be yours.
I already have one right here in this office. I blame myself for this. It's a sad day in America.
Okay.
150 Denny's restaurants are closing.
Yeah, I never.
I told Bob and Clark,
Yeah.
we're all to blame. When was the last time you had a Grand Slam breakfast? I haven't been in forever.
No.
How about a moon over Miami? Moon over my hammy. Remember that?
I remember that.
Yeah.
Those things are great.
Denny's is good day or night.
Yeah, I don't even think about
And it's better than Waffle House sometimes because it has more tables. I mean,
Well.
food's just as good. More choices at Denny's. Waffle House, limited choices.
True. Yep. You gotta be into waffles.
They're going to close 150 over the next year. And the 71-year-old diner is mulling a major change to its 24/7 operations. That could be part of the problem, too.
Yeah.
After COVID, they realized, well, we don't really have to do 24 hours a day.
No. 23.
But it is something when you're young you liked, because when the bars would close, you knew it was open. Maybe that's why I haven't been, because I don't stay till the bars close.
You're a day drinker now.
You're day drinking.
Yeah.
Such a better schedule. They're going to close the underperforming ones in shitty neighborhoods. But usually these are signs.
Yeah.
You know, unless you have a really good like idea/manager person to go, okay, we're going to cut these shitty ones and here's what we're going to do to make the old ones seem new again.
Yeah.
How are we going to get people to back in and go, yeah, well, it's Denny's. What about Denny's?
Yeah.
Like, I'm a perfect target for that.
Right.
I just don't hear about it.
Right.
And then I forget about it. And then I go, well, you know, I don't go to IHOP that much. IHOP's more like if you have kids, I think. I don't ever crave any kind of flavored pancake.
No.
And honestly, the one by this house is a little dirty.
Pretty gross.
It's gross. This is a great story. This one really made me laugh. There's one I have to do. Two. Oh, my God. By the way, this isn't even political. This is just the downfall of a human being. Rudy Giuliani must give control of luxury apartments and Manhattan apartment to Georgia election workers that he, slandered. I would love to see a bunch of Georgia election workers go to the penthouse and have like a week-long party. Like they not even know how to use the key cards or nothing. Just all of a sudden you own it. Here you go. You guys all own it. All 7 of you. I don't know how many there are. I mean, he's a train wreck. And it's like you went from being America's mayor and 9/11 to his daughter was somewhere going, I wish he would have never gotten involved with the Trump thing because then it led to another thing and another thing and another thing. I mean, he's going to die like with nothing.
Right.
And it's all because he just can't stop fucking talking. No. It's everything my dad would say.
Yep.
Just keep your mouth shut. People can't do it.
No.
They can't do it.
No, they can't.
And speaking of election, and then I'm not going to get political, this is just something you guys should know.
Yeah.
If you're out there and you're thinking about stealing somebody's election sign, some lady in Missouri put Apple trackers in hers.
What?
She put,
AirPods?
yeah, she had Harris Walt signs. Southern Missouri is probably going to be more Trumposaurus than Harrisaurus. And they got mad and started stealing signs. Well, she went without a cop. Oh my God. I would never, ever. First of all, Missouri is a high firearm state. A lot of people have guns. Always remember that. When you're in road rage, I always just go, they fucking have a gun.
They're armed.
Yeah, mom, keep your mouth shut. Well, this lady, she let them, because they'd been stealing the signs, she got mad. So she went and got the tracker things, put them in the signs.
Air tags.
Air tags, right. You only got to do it in a few of them. You'll find all of them, right? She didn't have to put it in every sign. And tracked it to some guy's trunk in his garage at home and went and rang the doorbell. Oh, this is where you got to have the cops go with you. You can't. And she said, I know you have my signs. They're in the trunk of your car. I need you to open the garage. And he did become very befuddled. The whole video was online. And I'm like, this is so dangerous. Like, oh my God. And then the wife came out. And she's like, and then a fight. You know a fight's going to happen. But just know, if you're thinking about stealing signs, some smart people have put air tags in them.
Yeah.
You're going to get busted.
Either team.
Or
Yeah.
throw the signs out somewhere and act like you didn't do it. I mean, I don't want to help criminals. I'm giving them ideas now. That's probably not the smartest thing.
There's a big flag on your street. I passed.
A flag?
A Trumpy flag. And he's covered in blood. And
A Trumpy flag? Oh, it's the fight flag.
it says take it back.
I know the house. It says take it back or fight, fight, fight.
It's spelled incorrectly, though.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Keep going. Moving on.
Moving on. Whatever will be, will be.
Exactly.
Whatever's supposed to be is supposed to be. Okay, I listened to a podcast a long time ago about Abercrombie and Fitch because their CEOs apparently were
Dirty birds.
well, they were super dirty birds, and the whole thing was like a sex trafficking thing. But what would
Like the store was.
it's not funny. I mean, it's not. I'll just say it's not funny. However, every time I would in my life, I've probably been in an Abercrombie and Fitch, maybe a lot. Like just because it's there at like even in LA, there was one at the Grove, but rewind to St. Louis, on the mall there. But I always felt like I didn't like the music. I thought it sounded like devil club music, and I'm not even a religious person per se, but it sounded kind of satanic. Yes. But I also felt like if you're going to play this kind of music, and I come in here and all these pictures on these walls are all basically naked people, somebody needs to come up with a tray and go, "Would you like a Jell-O shot?" Because I felt like I was in a nightclub. Like, where's your Jell-O shots? Where's your baby Guinnesses? Let's really get this fucker going. If we're going to do it, do it. I think in my entire life, maybe I bought a T-shirt. Maybe. I doubt it. I didn't like the way this store was set up. No. It was too dark. I didn't like, well, anyway.
It smelled like cologne.
Yeah, it smelled weird. Yeah. And then I thought, well, maybe it's for the kids. But even my nieces and nephews didn't really, I don't know. No. But I listened to this podcast episode after episode after episode, and I just finally got so bored with it. Because I'm like, I feel like a lot of you people kind of knew this was going on. Yeah. Some didn't. I didn't really see the crimes were vague.
Right.
Well, the CEO was finally arrested. And I don't even think he's the CEO anymore. Former. No, he's not even, his name's Mike Jeffries. Wow. They were arrested Tuesday as part of a criminal investigation into the alleged sex trafficking of more than a dozen victims.
Wow.
Yeah. Him and his partner and Jim Jacobson. Are there still Abercrombie and Fitches? Do they exist?
I think it went bankrupt.
Well, the one in LA was there until I left, which 10 years ago or whatever. They paid dozens.
Yeah, they do.
They exist?
Yep, they're experiencing a comeback.
They're experiencing a comeback.
Yeah.
How many stores do they have? You know why? Because they have a lot of crop tops. My nieces love a crop top. Oh my God, everything's crop. Everything's crop. Everything's crop.
194 in the U.S.
194 stores?
247 globally.
47 globally. Jesus Christ.
There's a lot. And online.
They paid dozens of men to travel around the world to engage in sex acts over a 7-year period. But see, I think if I accept the money, I don't understand.
There seems to be a wink and a nod thing.
Well, you're recruited, you're hired, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're an employee and you feel pressure to do it, then I think there's a crime there probably. I don't really understand. That me and Kelly were talking about, we're like, we don't really understand the laws of sex trafficking. I do know you can't take people over a state line without their consent.
Right.
I only know weird things like that. Mm-hmm. And I only know that because of some people in St. Louis that did it that were famous. I don't know. But they've been arrested. And if everything I did here in the podcast is true, I hope they do go to prison. Because no matter what, they were lying and twisting the truth and then tricking people into the gig. Like, hey, get in this van. Yeah. And we're going out to the Hamptons for a shindig. And maybe if you're young, you're like, oh, okay, it's just a party. Yeah. And then the van drops you off and you're at this fucked up P. Diddy type freak off. And now how do you get home? You can't get an Uber to come. No. Or you might get fired. I mean, I see where the pressure could come from, but I don't know. Oh, no. Where's my feel-good story? Wait. Oh, okay. I'm going to have to use this one as my feel-good story.
You're going to round it up as a feel-good.
It is a feel-good, though, because it's hilarious. Leave it to a Wisconsin dad. So funny. A Wisconsin dad drunkenly buys 14 tickets to the Alabama football game, but instead ended up at the Alabama the band concert. 14. Oh, Wisconsin. Oh, buy before you drink. Come on, I support your drinking, but if we got shit to do that's on the computer, we do it before we start drinking. That's a rule to live by.
Oh my God.
Got to read that fine print. A Wisconsin dad's hilariously drunken blunder is making waves after he mistakenly bought 14 tickets to see Alabama, not the football team, but the iconic country band. In a video shared by his daughter, the dad originally told the family they'd be attending the Alabama football game. However, instead of walking into a stadium filled with crimson-clad fans, they found themselves at an entirely different event, an Alabama concert. The dad, who had, quote, been overserved during a trip to Vegas, thought he was purchasing tickets to the Wisconsin Badger-Alabama game that took place in Madison on September 14th. He ended up tickets to the Alabama concert held a month later. The daughter hilariously captioned the video, "How hammered was my dad when he got his tickets to the, quote, Alabama game?" Despite the mix-up, the family still enjoyed a great show as the legendary Alabama band put on a memorable performance complete with their hit song Dixieland Delight. While the dad may have been off by both the event and the date, his mistake will surely go down as a classic dad move. Here's the thing, Dad. You clicked on all kinds of shit that was wrong. It's not a one-click deal. You clicked on the wrong event, the wrong venue, the wrong date. What you did get was your credit card info correctly. You got that, and that's hard when you're hammered, especially my Amex, because a lot of the numbers repeat themselves. Yeah, I've tried it.
Probably stored in his phone. Oh, Apple Pay.
You think he has Apple Pay? Well, us people on Androids don't have that.
It's your fallback.
And I did read a fun article about the favorite Halloween candy by state.
Oh, cool.
Here's the 10 most popular since Halloween is upon us. Number 1, M&M's. Fine. Love them. Number 2, Reese's Cups. Sure, love them. Number 3, Sour Patch Kids. Boo. Ugh. I think those are more for kids.
They are.
4, Skittles. Nope, they're going to tear your crowns off. For anybody that has crowns, you and I both know that. Starburst, fuck no. That'll pull everything out of your mouth you paid thousands of dollars for. Can't do it. 6, Hot Tamales. Never liked them. 7, Candy Corn. Love it. It's Lewis's most hated thing on earth.
Why?
When he's dead...
It's a thing, but I don't understand it.
When Lewis dies, if he doesn't outlive me, which he might, and if we get him a burial place, I want people to take candy corn there like they take golf balls to Bobby Jones's gravesite.
Put it there.
8, Hershey Kisses, love them. 9, Hershey, anything Hershey, I'm in. And 10, Butterfinger, love a Butterfinger. Where's my Snickers? That's my absolute favorite.
Yeah, I like a Snickers.
I love a Three Musketeers, and it's throwback, and everybody forgets about them.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Really?
A Three Musketeers?
Three Musketeers. Oh my God, they're like a Snickers without the nuts or the caramel. It's just malt, whatever the fake thing is in the middle. I don't know.
Gotta have caramel.
Kentucky, Tennessee, they claim Snickers, top candy. I'm in the right state. Then Tootsie Pops. How throwback. My home state of Missouri, Almond Joy. Boo! It's got coconut. Boo!
Yeah, that's gross.
Milky Way, good.
Yeah.
Milky Way tastes like a Three Musketeers. They're very similar.
Yeah.
3rd place, Hot Tamales. Yeah. I'm going to tell you in the notes where this article is. You can see your state. Let me see if there's anybody super weird. Oh, Georgia likes Jolly Ranchers as number 1. And Swedish Fish is 2? Oh. That's the weirdest one I've seen.
Swedish fish? Gross.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they like Reese's Cups as 3rd. That's normal.
Yeah.
Ohio Blow Pops. Really? I did love them as a kid, but that gum, you realize as an adult, lasts literally 1.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Twix. I love a Twix.
Twix are good.
Yeah. Well, I'll put it where I found it. You can go look it up. Oh, it was on the Weather Channel. Oh, how odd. I don't know how I found this. Anyway.
Great.
All right, termites, I got to do some thank yous, some quotes, and then we'll get out of here.
Nice.
My termite shout out, Spartanburg. We got a new Snoop candle. Where's Snoop? Did I light him?
Yep.
Yeah. Snoop's been everywhere again this week on NBC.
So fun.
He's just a wonderful person. And
George Kittle's
All my candle people. George Kittle got me tons of points. Tons. He kept me alive. I didn't win. Travis had a great game. See, you let her go do her little show in New Orleans. You fucking focus on this playbook, monkey. You get out there.
It was tight end day.
It was tight end day. I know. That came from Krista, Bill, and their cats, Chloe and Mamu. I got Greenies, Augusta Beer, Lisa and Ned. Thank you. This one was good. The kids kept. There's a kid that worked at the Spartanburg venue, Taylor. I don't like Taylor. If you stay nearby, there's gonna be some extra beer for you. He was so excited. It's so excited when you find a person who actually loves beer.
Yeah.
And you're like, you're not gonna believe what people bring me.
Yeah.
And I'm willing to share.
Sit back and have a beer with me.
Oh my God, these Armored Cow seltzers came back. Those from Eric and Michelle. They were amazing. The kid couldn't even believe it. He's like, this is really heavy. And some of the termites actually put like ice in a cooler. So it's cold when it gets back there. And then I'm like, should I return this ice block? I thought I should.
Yeah.
They probably cost him $20. Meemaw's cheese straws, Sherry. The college t-shirt, which I love. Oh, and where's that hat? Yeah. Oh, that's from the Live Nation guy. Cool. And I went because he told me to go. The Beacon in Spartanburg. It was so fun. Yeah. And I got a great t-shirt and a hat. It was very awesome. Some crunch popcorn from Michelle. And, the ginger ale. Everybody loved, the children love ginger ale. A ranch ornament. It's funny. Andrea and her nephew, Matthew. He's one of the children.
Right.
Yeah. And then the lady who works there, she said I was her grandbaby's favorite person. And I'm like, well, then you bring that grandbaby backstage. We'll get a picture made. And then she came backstage, but she looked like someone I knew. And I thought, oh, fuck, I know this person. But now I don't know that I know this person. And then she was like, you don't know me. I'm like, whoo, because I thought I did. And I didn't know. And then we have my... She looks like someone I know.
She looks like one of Leanne Morgan's
She does look like Leanne Morgan's daughter. Yeah. Wilmington. I got the cat fishing toy. Baby cat's too tired to see if she's truly interested. I can't tell yet. She's so nervous when I'm gone that when I get home, Mondays are just, she's out.
Really?
Because she can fully relax. I'm back. So then she doesn't really do anything on Mondays. She's made that quite clear.
Are you going to be one of those people that travels with a cat?
I would love to travel with baby cat. And she would be fine with it because she'd be good in hotels.
Come on.
But then I'd have to have a tiny litter box. Yeah, I'm not going to go crazy. I'm never going to be those people. But
I feel like you might.
I'd like to. If I was Stevie and I had a private jet, she has Lily, that Chinese hairless dog that goes everywhere with it. Oh my God, too, the reporter said. So I guess she went to Stevie's hotel room in New York. Or I don't know where she went to some hotel room.
Probably New York.
At some point, Stevie took her in her bedroom, the suite part of the bedroom, to introduce her to the Stevie Barbie. Now, if you're one of the children, you're probably like, oh, this is weird. But it's funny. She travels with it.
Unbelievable.
She loves it. Termite Sandra brought some awesome beer. The Calamity Jane beer, which I brought all 6 home. I was not going to give that to the children because I had it at Aunt Bonny's that day.
Oh, cool.
Or Andy Bonny. No.
Anne.
Anne Bonny's. I keep wanting to say Aunt. I brought, thank you for those 6 cans of that. I brought it home, Claudia. Mermaid ring.
Will you be sharing it with me?
You can have some, yeah. Shannon and Aaron, I got the rosé, and I got a manifesting. So, like, when I sat on Southwest, I sat next to those young people, and they were like, nobody manifests like Mindy. And I laughed for 2 more hours, and my brain just went to so many places.
I think people really like that.
I know, but it's not even really a joke. It's just something I really heard, but it is, people made me T-shirts with it that says it on it.
Maybe you should do a T-shirt.
Nobody manifests like Mindy. It's just manifesting has become such a word. It's part of the cool kid club words now. Well, you need to sit with yourself and manifest. Oh my God. That used to just be called daydreaming. That's what we used to call it, I guess. But I think daydreaming, we're not concentrating hard enough.
True.
Daydreaming could go anywhere from me being the Pope to...
Your Halloween costume.
to just what toy am I going to get for baby cat next. She got me a manifesting coloring book.
Nice.
That's Debbie. And then I got some Buckeye Blitz peanut popcorn from Joe and Chris, and that was from Columbus. It was in the mail.
Nice.
Yeah, okay. So that was all great. Now we're going to do some quotes. This week I've chosen Cher.
We've had no goats today.
Oh. Well, this is how I felt about the San Francisco 49ers bullshitting about whether my running back was injured or not. This is how I felt losing to Connie, who just learned how to play this year. Oh, it's broken. 14 points behind. And this is how I felt in the other league, where I only need 2 points by Najee to win tonight. Yeah, that's right. Let's go, Najee. Let's go, Steelers. Boom, boom, boom.
After pickleball.
Coming after you,
It's a big
Jimmy.
day.
Cousin Jimmy. Those McHugh boys. You got to watch out for them. We're going to do a quote by Cher.
Okay.
I think because I'm in a kind of a snappy mode today. Cher.
Snappy Monday.
A guy said, "What do you do with Cher? She's too old to be young and she's too young to be old. I can't go the other way, so I'll have to wait till I'm old enough to be old."
Oh.
Nobody dislikes my age more than me. I can't help it. I've been here this long. And we're going to have one for Snoop to send everybody for a fun Halloween week.
Boom. What are you going to do for Halloween?
What am I going to be for Halloween is,
Going to do for Halloween.
oh, well, one of my bartender friends, a youngster, Riley, in the Delta Club goes, "What are you going to be for Halloween?" And I looked at her and I said this with no feeling behind it. I went, "Riley, I haven't thought about that question since I was 9. I have had a job since I was 11. I thought we were done. When, it switched into becoming a kid's holiday to, I don't know. My brain doesn't work like that. We talked about that last time, though. But what am I going to do?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go to the lake bar and hide from the children. I'm going to put out a self-serve thing.
Oh my God.
But I can see them on the Ring doorbell, and I'm going to yell at them, too. I can speak through that. I scared the shit out of my friend Dorf one time. I told him to go get my golf clubs off the porch and put it with the garage, and he didn't know. He's not good with technology. And he was on the porch. I was in, like, Seattle or somewhere, but I saw the Ring come up, and I go, "Back the fuck up, motherfucker!" And he goes, "Oh, shit, oh, shit." And then he stood there, and he goes, and I go, "Hello." And he goes, Maddie? But he thought I was physically there. Like, you think I would really, at this age, be hiding behind a bush, Dorf, to scare you?
Right.
No, I just wanted to fuck. But I'm going to tell the kids, I'm going to say, take what you want, but don't be a piggy pig.
Right.
And then I'll be on the Ring doorbell, and I'm going to sit at the bar and watch them.
I know who's bad.
And I'm going to, if they go for too many, I'm like, "Do you not think you crossed the pig line? Put one back. Put one back."
The pig line.
Yeah.
Funny.
This is what Snoop said regarding the legalization of marijuana. "I don't understand how selling weed could go from being the most hated, the most vicious thing that you could do, to now everybody's capitalizing off of it, and they're leaning towards a demographic that can prosper off it. I went to jail for it, and it's still on my criminal record. It should be expunged."
I agree.
Yep.
Yep.
That should all be expunged.
Yep.
That would be another thing on my platform if I'm the president. If you were arrested for weed, all is forgiven. Go back to weed, because every bougie person in the world now has their favorite edible. I mean, now it's fine. I never had a problem with weed, though, and I'm not a weed person.
It all looks like Swedish fish.
What?
It all looks like Swedish fish.
The gummies? Yeah, it's just so much easier to take a Tylenol sleepy night because I know what's going to happen. Well, like Ron will give me gummies, and he's like, "Now, what you need to do is have 2 beers, and then eat a quarter of this, wait 30. It's too fucking hard. There's too much math involved. I don't know. But what I will say is that all of the I think it was, what was her name? There was some senator from Texas. A Christian right person. They all went crazy over weed being legalized.
Yeah.
Well, it got legalized, and I went, you know what? It's not gonna. There's not gonna be, say, a new crop of potential weed people, 18-year-olds, right? They're either gonna get weed and like it and smoke it, and they become weed people, or not.
Right.
Like I'm a not.
Right.
I've tried it a million times. I just fall asleep. It's a waste of weed on me. There are some people who just chemically can't get with the program.
Right.
I'm a drinker, not a drugger. Okay. Well, they made it sound like if you legalize weed, the whole country is just going to be high as shit, car wrecks everywhere. We're all going to go. That was my old joke that it's a gateway drug. Then we're all just going to go to heroin. And then, or whatever, I can't even, trank or whatever, crocodile, whatever. No, there's trank.
What's trank?
Oh my God, Google it.
Trank?
They always say it's on the streets of Philadelphia in mass. I know.
Put it in the notes.
Trank people look like zombies and they flail. Yeah. Kind of fascinated with street drugs. But anyway, here's the thing.
You're awake today.
The states where it's legal, like Missouri. This is what's confusing because I'm bi-state. I'm a bi-statal person. I'm a bi-lakal person. I'm Lake of the Ozarks and I'm Old Hickory Lake. Tennessee, weed, not legal. Gambling on your phone, totes legal. Encouraged, advertised, and very legal. So you can be a gambling addict, but you can't be high. Right. Now that's, if I got to take one or the other, Missouri, weed legal, gambling on your phone, not legal. So you can be high as shit, but we don't want you gambling.
So your cousins are calling you to place bets.
Oh, my cousins are driving to state lines. You know how many people drive to the closest Kansas or Illinois cell tower to gamble? But poor Mattress Mac, he's got to drive to Louisiana to get to a bet in. But then I'm like, you know what? You guys need to go. Here's what the people, when gambling's not allowed in your state, there's like a bar in Illinois, Fast Eddie's. You got to go to like Fast Eddie's, make friends, and then have them be your liaison.
True.
You don't need to get in the car and drive to a cell tower. But anyway, they all made it sound. So all these weed stores open in Missouri. And this is the same in every state because I check when I go. They're down to like 2.
Weed stores?
Yeah. So like, let's say 7 opened in a small to medium-sized town. Because, and every comic I knew was like, yeah, we got to get some money together. We got to open a weed. I'm like, you're not going to get, the only new weed people you're going to get is 18-somethings that haven't tried it or not. But that's going to be the case. All of my pot friends still use their weed guy. Right. There's not a pot friend I had that goes to those stores. No, they still have Johnny the weed guy. And until Johnny's dead, they're not going to switch because they trust Johnny. Right. And they know what they're getting. It was just a big thing that they all claimed was going to cause all this bullshit and all these problems. Not only did it not do that, they're not even self-sustainable. Like each town's going to end up with the proper amount that it should have had for the proper amount of weed people that were already there. It's like saying liquor stores. How many can we have? Depends on the drinking town.
Not Salt Lake City.
Not Salt Lake.
No, I know.
Can't.
You should run for office.
Well,
There's a week to go.
There's a week to go. I'm trying to get on. Maybe I can get in some of those spots where they kicked RFK off for eating bears in Central Park or whatever the fuck he did.
You know, episode 200 comes out the day after the election.
You hope what?
Episode 200.
Episode 200. Well, I don't think we're going to know the day after the election. I don't think we're going to know for like a week. Yeah. And if there is going to be a civil war, I need to know what my uniform is. Nobody has told me what colors. Are we going to go back to gray and navy, or what were the Civil War colors? The grays and the blues?
Well, you'd have to have both.
Well, I'd have to have both because, yeah, Missouri, north. Are we doing north and south, or are we doing, I don't know, are we doing different categorizations? Like, are we doing Harris versus Trump? What's our Civil War? They haven't even defined the teams. I don't know how you expect to start a proper war or a league if you don't have any rules, you don't have a commissioner.
Who likes the death penalty?
Well, we could start with the death penalty, and that will be your team. Yeah. And we'll give you a jersey with a skull and bones on it. And I would be...
And a red flag.
Death penalty should be up to the victims' families. I'm a little more judicial, a little more Libra. Let's make this a little more fair.
I love gambling.
Gambling, yes.
Everybody could be...
Weed, yes. I don't care. You want to be high all day, you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a start. That's my platform.
I'd like to raise the speed limit, too.
Raise the speed limit. We're raising the speed limit. Drive at your own risk. Okay. I also think people my height and my sister's height should not be allowed to buy giant SUVs. There's going to be a sign that says you must be this tall to purchase this vehicle. And you can call it shortism, heightism, whatever. It's a safety issue, and I'm one of the ones that would not benefit from this law. That shows you my fairness. I would say, no, Kathleen, you can't drive the Yukon. No, I can't. If you can't see the end of the hood, shouldn't be driving it. Right. I would say that. That's a new one, too. That's coming out. There's going to be a sign, just like the roller coaster at Six Flags. Yep. You got to be this tall to buy this car. Yep. Those are just a few things. Anyway. All right, Terrence, I have to go because I have to have a call at 1:00. Okay. and it is 1 o'clock.
Oh,
Yeah, he'll wait.
are you going to go with me for lunch?
Got to get some lunch before
Hot chicken.
pickleball.
Little hot chicken.
Hot chicken, hot chicken. Party foul, hot chicken, hot chicken.
Good.
I can play pickleball. Very excited. It's a beautiful day. It's going to be 70 degrees.
Oh,
Yeah, that's why I'm kicking these cats out. You get out there when it's nice. You can come in here in winter when it's cold. She just lay there all day.
nice. Happy Halloween week.
Happy Halloween, which is my grandpa's birthday.
Nice.
And this year he would be, well, 120.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. He was born in 1904.
Cool.
Same year as the St. Louis World's Fair. So many things going on.
Work of the Lord.
Work of the Lord. Ready? That's it.